Going back. Not this time. No, it does not feel like home. All is familiar as before. Nothing seems to have changed. Covered in dust, leaves hang limp, birds struggle to find shade, faltering, fluttering their ragged, dry wings. Dogs slink away resignedly, chased all day by a savage sun, and tar oozes from roads that sizzle and sputter under speeding wheels, while dirty homespun awnings are lowered deep over roadside stores and stalls to keep out the fiery air. Not this time. Though in late afternoons when shadows seep into declining light, just as they did 20 years ago and perhaps 30 before that, long lines of children, women, and defeated men form at municipal hand pumps and hydrants, each clutching hopefully a pitcher, a plastic pail, or a jug, chattering away as they wait, occasionally breaking into exasperated arguments, and all go suddenly quiet, slumping a bit when word travels down that water has stopped once more. Nothing seems to have changed. People curse and complain as usual, make a few lewd remarks, then rouse themselves with gossip, jokes, tall tales, until there is something at last really to cheer about. 1 hour of light after 2 without it. Water suddenly flowing again. A cool breeze picking up. A surprising tail-end resistance before eventual loss. A minor sporting victory after a string of defeats. Rains unexpectedly after a month of hellish sun. An unusual judicial challenge to martial rule. A lone voice against a culture of deception. Not this time. Though nothing seems to have changed. Generators purr away in walled mansions. Electric motors pull all water for private use while people wait at public hydrants. Honest leaders remain dull as ever. The smart make money on speculation, and the military gorges itself on privileges, saving discarded scraps for pet radicals and politicians. Fussy bureaucrats quietly pocket their pickings, justices cash in on a timely decision or two, and bankers maintain secrecy to protect themselves and their clients. Where I live now, the fight is all about fuel, not water. Billions of gallons are flushed down with toilet paper every day, and many more spiked with lethal chemicals and carcinogens injected down Earth's throat to access oil and gas, then discarded when the job is done, to leach into underground water, sullying its very source, and the pumped waste drained into open pits to evaporate into air and cloud and return man's bounty with deadly rain. No display of want is acceptable. If they must, folks die behind closed doors, silently, soiled in their own filth, still clutching half-opened cans of cat and dog food, or grub retrieved from garbage dumps, mired in disease, malignant with longing and loneliness, nameless in neglect, denied comfort or solace, or alleviation from pain, homeless and reviled, huddling under bridges or in abandoned lots, or bundled at the entrance of some magnificent shut door. The affluent don't offend at all, especially when no shadow afflicts their skin. Their addictions a sport, their groping only locker room fun played out in real time, their fears of colored folk legitimate, well-founded, their filching clever, their deceptions commendable. They operate without fear, while the destitute are, well, destitute in all things, except the taint of their epidermis, and carefully kept that way. Only ostentatious displays of wealth and indulgence are reverenced, and synthetic assets, especially among celebrities and swindlers. But reputations are fracked clean of their oil and gas just as calmly, with unsparing inevitability, when the bearer is like the earth stained with its mineral browns and black. Prison houses teem with the traffic of a people broken early into a realization of their home away from home, sometimes domiciled for life for a few milligrams of weed, a petty theft or alleged assault, or more grievously for graver crimes, indigence and illiteracy. For deprivation and guilt are inked into the hide that covers their bones and masks their faces. More food is discarded every day than can feed an entire continent. Back where I started, our dividends match the investments we made. Try praying in a mosque, in a church, a temple, or at home, alone or in groups. Try visiting a sick friend, a relative in a hospital. Attend a wedding or a funeral. Be a good Muslim or a bad one, a Christian, Hindu, whatever. Recite Sufi poetry, if you will. Pretend you are English and fairer than the fairest of them, or the scorned and shunned local, blending with the crowd. There's a man in headgear waiting for you. There are bullets printed with your name on them, bombs and shrapnel that carry your DNA wherever you go.